what's up, world? You know, I always give advice. I haven't done an advice vlog in a while. I was on Vocal the other day, and quite a few people said, DeStorm, can you give me some advice on how to get over a relationship, a breakup? So I said, why not? Now I know what you're thinking. DeStorm, what makes you the expert on relationships and breakups? Absolutely nothing. But your ass gonna sit here and listen anyway. Look, so check it out. I got my motherfucking pie chart right here. Check it out. I got my pen and I got my chart. This right here is Happy Land. We're gonna call this Happy Land, alright? So you got Happy Land. That's when you were happy in your relationship and everything. And this town right here, this is your new life. Now, you're trying to figure out how to get from Happy Land to your new life. And as you notice, like they do in science class, these atoms are not connected. So in order to get from Happy Land to your new life, you have to get over a motherfucking bridge. So we're going to build this little bridge right here, right? Boom. We got that bridge. And what we're going to call that bridge? We're going to call that bridge X. That's bridge X. You're in fucking math class. Why are we calling that bridge X? There's no science behind it. Because that's your motherfucking X. And you got to get over that motherfucker, right? So that's why we calling it X. So you got to get over your X and get to the new land, right? And I'm going to tell you how. Let's put the chart down. The reason why we can't get over a lot of our X's, or we can't get over the X bridge, is because all of our emotions are attached to a lot of our memories. So if you detach your emotions, or you get rid of your memories, and I know what you're thinking, DeStorm, this ain't no motherfucking Men in Black. You can't just zap me clean. I know. I can't zap you clean. But what you can do is you can build new memories. What you have to do is you have to find somebody worthy. And no, this ain't, I'm not trying to I ain't talking about no Luke Skywalker, Return of the Jedi shit, but you gotta find somebody worthy enough to build new memories with. Because, think about it like this. Every time you think about your favorite song, right? It's going to be connected to your ex. Every time you think about the last time you had some amazing sex, you're going to be thinking about your ex. And I get it. You're going to be like, oh my God, DeStorm, but it's so hard. Did you see his pecs? Did you see his tattoos? I saw his motherfucking tattoos. They nice. As long as everything is connected to that person, every time you think about Happy Land or whatever, or being the last time you were happy, it's going to be connected to this motherfucking bridge right here. Now, we got obstacles on this bridge. Let's get into the obstacles that's on the bridge. Why do you keep going back to Happy Land? Because you don't got enough gas to get over the bridge. Because you ain't pumped your car enough to get over the bridge. You know what I'm saying? And what's the gas? The gas is basically you left something at their house. All these fucking excuses y'all come up with to get back with your exes. I don't know. I left my shirt over there. You didn't leave your motherfucking shirt. You better buy a new shirt. Y'all just be coming up excuses to go back to your ex. Oh, I had to call him for something because this bill, both of our names was on the bill. No. You got to stay active. Because the first thing we do when we break up or we fall out of a relationship is we shut down. Especially y'all females. Y'all motherfuckers lock yourself in the room and get some goddamn Ben & Jerry's ice cream. I don't even like Ben & Jerry's ice cream. So what you do is you just start hanging out. Even if you got to pick somebody up off your bench. Everybody got a bench. Especially if you're a female, you got a bench, bitch. You go to your bench and you start just bringing people in. Be like, hey, I got to tag you in. Tag them in. You might not like them that much, but you go out to the movies with this new guy and you start creating new moments. You go to the movies with him. You go to dinner, start doing new things and stuff. This time, now when you sit at home alone, you thinking about all these old memories and stuff. You're like, oh man, I remember when I went to dinner. You're like, oh, last time I went to dinner was with new Smo Joe Ho guy. Then you're not going to be thinking about your ex as much, so it lightens the blow. So you have to start lightening the blow so that you can start moving on, because as long as every single memory is connected to Bridge X, you're never going to get over that bridge and get into the new motherfucking land. You got to get into the new land. And I know what you're thinking. Yo, fuck you, DeStorm. You don't understand. That's my girl. Ain't nobody else having her. Well, I mean, I was Googling the other day, and the last time I found out that people actually own people, especially in this country, was like back in like 1865. You just might want to stop thinking that you own that girl, and you might want to try to find yourself a new person to get into. So, with that being said, you have to connect your emotions with new moments and memories, which is why that's my theory. The best way to get over a breakup is to create new moments with new people. And it's going to be hard. Nobody's saying it's going to be easy. You can't just go out there and then just find somebody new because you're in love. And the hardest thing is to walk into a room. Because it's going to happen, especially if you're in the same town. The smaller town, the more it happens. If you walk into the room and you see your ex with somebody else, it's going to break your heart. Let me take a pause because I got to get something to drink and I'm going to come back and talk some more. I'm back. I got my juice. Still got the chart. And what are we discussing? Oh, how to get over a breakup in relationships. So, the reason why a lot of people can't get over their exes is because they are physically connected to that person. Especially if they're young. You know, you probably haven't had a lot of partners. And you're like, oh my God, I don't want to add another notch to my belt. Or, oh my God, he's the best lover in the world. Here's a good one. I don't want to date nobody else here because I love him and he's so funny. So you mean to tell me you met the only funny motherfucker in the world? It's not true. You haven't. You got to go out and explore. You can't just sit on your computer and start talking to somebody on fucking Facebook and expect everything to be okay. You got to actually physically go out and meet somebody. Because that Facebook connection is cool for the moment. Because you're talking, you're chatting it up like, I don't give a fuck about him no more. Fuck him, yeah, I feel good now. So when we gonna meet? Then that motherfucker gonna tell you here in Australia, and you sitting up there in America, that's not a connection. Then you're gonna be lonely again that night. And you're gonna be thinking about your ex again. You don't have to go to the club. But see, females, you have to understand something. It's easier for you. You just don't know it. But it's actually easier for you to get over a situation than men because guys are the approachers. All you have to do is just look cute. Just, you know, do your fucking, put your makeup on. Stop looking so fucking rough, you know. Get your shit together. Take your ass out to the supermarket. Just go to the supermarket and bend over and pick up a can of mayonnaise. You know, just bend your ass over a little bit. Somebody gonna say something or they gonna look. And when they look, what do? Just look back. Give them a little smirk. And then once you see the smirk, you're gonna approach it. And you starting to build your bench. You gotta build your bench. So once you start building your bench, you get about 5 players on your bench. You know what I'm saying? And from those 5 players, you start bringing them up the bat. Well, some of them going to strike out. They're going to miss the ball. But that's cool. When you find that motherfucker that's going to be your starting player, your starting batter, you get him up on the plate and then you go out with him. He doesn't have to be the person that you love or the person that you marry. Well, I don't want to be with him because who says you had to be with him? Shit ain't work out with your ex. It definitely don't have to work out with this person. But this is the person that you can build some moments with, right? So you had your bench together, you got your star batter, you up on the plate, y'all hanging out and stuff. A month goes by, 2 months go by, and then the blow starts getting lighter. And you're almost over your breakup. But then what happens? What happens? You almost get over this fucking bridge. You know, but this bridge right here, this motherfucking bridge right here, this here, I live in Cali, I gotta get, this bridge right here is a fucking suspension bridge. So it opened up on your ass. And you know why did it open up on your ass? That motherfucker called you. Because he felt it. He felt it. It happens, right? You be about to get over that shit and that motherfucker call. I know. So, fucking bridge opens up. Motherfucker gives you a call. And all them feelings start to run back into you and shit. You're like, oh shit. I was just about to get over this motherfucker. He could call me up like, how you doing? And he might not even call the motherfucker. They conniving. Exes are crazy. That motherfucker will text you. Like, hey. And you're like, they just threw a fucking monkey wrench in the program. I got my bench. DeStorm said, get my bench. I got my starting batter. I'm hanging out with the batter. He knocking the balls down the park. And this motherfucker, Babe Ruth, gonna call me back. Ain't nobody better than Babe Ruth. So Babe Ruth done called your ass back. And your starting batter don't look as important anymore. So then your suspension bridge open up and you can't get over your bridge. So what do? I gotta drink some OJ. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what you do. What do you do indeed? So what do you do when you get that call or that text from the ex that calls you that you almost was over, but the motherfucker want to call you out of the blue and mess up everything in your life because they know everything going well. Exes know. They'll be like, wait a minute, she not on my nuts anymore? Now, if you're cool like me, I'm cool. So what I would do, and what you should do is you should just reply. If they be like, hey, how you been? Just reply and be like, oh, I'm great. You want to hang out? Just be like, no, I'm good. I'm just hanging out with somebody new. Because if you start putting that into the atmosphere, then it'll start becoming a reality. So once you start putting into the atmosphere that you're over it, not only will he or she believe that you're over it, you'll start believing it yourself. Because you got to think about it like this. As much as no one wants to admit it, relationships is a big-ass fucking game. And there's always going to be a winner, and there's going to be a loser. And as soon as you find your equal, that's when you have a balanced relationship. Because someone's always going to be ahead of the other trying to win on each other, especially when you're dating. Everybody wants what they can't have. And that's just reality. Everyone wants what they can't have. So if your ex calls you back and you start to ignore the fuck out of them, it's going to start getting fun. And they're going to wonder like, whoa, wait a minute, I had control over this relationship. Now I'm losing control over this relationship. This is your ex losing control down here, and this is you just taking off. And then once you start, it's going to feel good. So you just keep doing it if they keep hitting you up. Don't hit them up. Don't hit them up. Because some of you will slip up. And when you slip up, your legs going to be up. And you don't want your legs to be up. I mean, girl. Because once you got your legs back up in the air and shit, legs up in the air. If you start fucking again, or if y'all start sleeping together again, it's over. You got to do it all over. You got to go back to fucking... You gotta go back to Happy Land, which is not Happy Land for you anymore. It's Happy Land for another girl because somebody else got him, but he gonna just be fucking you. And then you gonna have to work your way back over the bridge, build your bench, get a starting player, build new memories and moments, and then try to get to the suspension point again. And you'll never get to this part right here. So you can't fuck him. I know he gonna look good. He gonna be working out and shit, and he probably gonna look better. And you know why he's probably gonna look better? This is probably why he's gonna look better, because y'all not together. And the fact that he's back on the market, he's gonna look good because he's gonna be working out again, because he's not gonna be getting them home cooked meals. Nah, not that a lot of ladies cook, but he's not gonna be getting all that shit from you anymore. So he's gonna be out. He's gonna be out a lot. So he's gonna be more fit. His abs are gonna come in a little bit more. He might get a new tattoo and a new haircut, and he gonna look good. So if you're looking that good, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I'm gonna fuck my ex again. But you can't do it. You gotta fight it. Don't sleep with him. You gotta fight the situation. As long as you fight the situation through text, don't even let him call you. Ignore the phone calls. He's probably gonna start calling more. Might hit you up on Facebook. Might hit you up on Twitter. Fuck that. Don't be following him on Twitter now, because then he'll DM your ass. Now, the new land may never be as great as Happy Land, but you're gonna have to try and make way. Sometimes there's relationships that we have out there that will probably be the best relationship you ever had in your life. And that's just life. That's reality. But that person moved on. So you got to move on too. But you can't keep holding on to something that's not holding on to you, because then you become a stalker. We got enough crazy old people on the street. You don't want to grow up and be one of those crazy old people out there sitting up there slapping yourself and talking to yourself. Our emotions are so strong that a person can allow you to go crazy. And fellas, you don't want to be out there killing bitches. You know, you don't want to be shooting people. You can't kill people. You know, you can't say, oh my God, I don't want to see her with nobody else. If I can't have her, nobody can. And you won't be killing her. She gonna be dead. You're gonna be in jail, bent up over some old nasty steel sink, getting your ass taken because you killed some cute girl. And, you know, and it's just a bad way for everybody. Because some of y'all motherfuckers crazy. You might say, I know that this motherfucker loves me. I know it. He told me. And he might not love you. If you feel that there is a chance that you can get that person back and they feel the same way, then maybe you could just work it out. But if you know that that person's over and they're already dating other people and stuff, maybe they saw this video, but if they're already dating other people and stuff, maybe you should too, and just get the fuck over it. Because you can't be going up there, showing up, hanging out somebody's door and shit. I know that motherfucker in there. Come on, I see you. Oh! I knew he was in there with somebody. You motherfucker. You can't do that. You can't stalk people. Alright? So, that's it. I'll see y'all soon. Deuces.